Morning. All right. Right. All right. So our sales as of today are $551,062. We have 15 days left, or 75% of the month. So we're just a little bit behind pace. So, but it's going well. Any questions on that? Okay. All right, SYS 37, we need to get repaired right away. We got some issues with the block shifting, so they're offset. And also, RPS 4, we need to make sure we get the sensors put back in that tool. We need to get that tool apart and get the sensors put back in. And where is Maria or Rosa? Can you make sure, put a note in the quality office, when we put parts in rework, or we transfer them to rework, we have to make sure that's a toggle, non-conforming area, not just put them in rework. That doesn't tell us that they need something done. They have to be toggled, otherwise they show up in inventory. Okay, can you put a note, make sure everyone knows that?
Hey, on the big side, Jimmy, one of the hot things we got to get press 5 to INS 8. We're going to pull out fill 1, so you guys can start working on fixing the flash on that. Okay. 3, and just Pat, I need to know when you think we're going to have INS 13 back. We're going to be late to the customer with those. And then we need to talk about SYS 96, whether we're going to fix that or put back in. So 32 Jimmy, we need to get the press tip bolt 162, SYS 162, as soon as that material's done. Okay. 34, we need to figure out, just go back to 100% virgin over there and start it back up. We got to figure out why we can't keep making good parts over there. They go from big to small to big to small. So those are the hot things that I got going on. Some pictures that we got on the floor. I know you guys have tried to, I thought we had the oil leak fixed on press 3, but obviously not. It's all over the floor. It's now made it over to molds and everything. So, I mean, it's leaking a lot. Press 5 has still got oil underneath it, so I don't think we got whatever we thought we fixed for the leak, we didn't, because they're both still leaking oil. Under press 12, there was parts and paper towel, or runners and paper towels, and then this is a piece of hose, so I'm assuming somebody replaced the hose, they cut the end off, and then they just threw it on the floor, okay? And I took a picture of this because I just thought it was a little bit of thinking outside of the box. We had the 2 conveyors there, and what they did is they just set them in there so that the robot could drop one part on one conveyor and one part on the other conveyor, and then they come up onto the table, and they fall on both halves of the table, so the table doesn't fill up as fast. So not that it's a great thing, but it was definitely something that somebody was thinking outside of the box, so I wanted to show everybody a picture of that. I thought it was a neat thing, okay? That's all I got for pictures. Suggestions that we got here, these are for the tool room. Create a separate tool room login for IQMS, maybe one for each person, so that we can track who's doing what in IQMS. Distribute eye-bolts beneath multiple benches in the tool room, and do some shadow boards so that they keep them in their proper location. So right now we have all the eye-bolts in one spot in the entire tool room, so maybe have them spread out throughout the tool room. And cut uniform boards for under the benches in the tool room so they're easily stored and more effectively used. Right now I'm sure they're all just different lengths and different sizes. We go out and we get some wood and we cut them all at, say, 1 foot or 2 foot or 6 inches or whatever it needs to be so that they're all the same size. It'll give us a little bit of uniformity, okay? So some good suggestions. We'll take a look at those and see if we can get some of those going, okay?
Don't forget to check the Kaizen events. There's one tomorrow morning and then one tomorrow afternoon that I've got scheduled so far right now. So make sure you check those dates. I want to make sure I point out something that, a nice improvement that we had done, and I don't know who worked on this weekend on the green forklift charger. All right, Romero. All right, Ramiro, why don't you come here and explain what you did?
It was going out with Richard. We had to keep the charger, and we had to, something showing up over there. It was missing a cord. So we went and replaced that, and we noticed that that box over there is actually useless. We don't use it. It's like a retractable type of rope, and we didn't need it over there. But we did need. We noticed that we don't have nowhere to put the cable for all the box. So we decided to put some hangers on it to organize it, because that way we won't be running over the wire to the connector that we had done in the past.
All right, thank you. Very good. Thank you, Romero. Good job. All right, so we got to look at that. That's just organizing and making sure we know where we're putting it, okay? All right, so we got to make sure we're just looking at that. We talked about that with extension cords, hoses, all this stuff that we just lay around. Everyone hates putting it back. So we got to figure out ways so it make it easy to put it back, okay? All right. I'm going to read here on that next section that we left off on. If everyone remembers, he said there was 3 things to make sure they were doing. We're set the expectation, inspect the expectation, and reinforce the expectation, okay? So I didn't understand those 3 concepts from a business theory perspective, and I had not laid out the process with those steps in mind. But I was performing them without even knowing it. I expect my people to make 2-second improvements. I didn't read that section, right? All right, sorry, I've read the book so many times, so 2-second improvement. The expectation is made clear by building time into their workday to make it happen. The morning improvement walk reinforced expectations as I walked around. From time to time, I would find someone who was just stuck, and I often assist them in finding 2-second improvements. Finally, I reinforced that behavior by celebrating those improvements in the morning meeting. The team leaders walked around and let their people demonstrate the different improvements they have made in their area. It has been a very effective culture building technique. We've taken a further step to celebrate the really good ideas by videotaping them to play during the morning meeting. When we decided to start cataloging the ideas on a video camera, we enjoyed 4 surprise benefits. The first was that we didn't have to drag the entire company around from department to department like a herd of cattle. The second benefit was that everybody could clearly see and hear the demonstration by watching the video at the morning meeting. The third unexpected benefit was that it began to show up in the presentation and speaking skills of our people. It allowed them to develop their abilities, articulate their ideas, and express themselves on camera, which is just a fantastic skill to have in this day and age. The fourth benefit is that we developed a powerful video library for teaching others what lean improvements look like. The cataloging and videotaping of our improvements also provided excellent promotional material. People who toured our facility could access these ideas for themselves by simply going to our website. This feature has become a teaching tool for outside, and again, our own people are deeply gratified by the fact that people from all over the world are viewing their improvements and learning from them. My personal BHAG, Big Hairy Audacious goal, is to change the world, and as you can see, my people are doing just that. Alright, so, some people have it's been a lot longer, but the videos that we watch when we start, the old videos, the back, the work and everything else, it's sort of we want to use these videos, okay? So when somebody comes in, we're going to pick these videos and lean, so they get an idea of what we're doing out here as a culture, okay? So we're going to try to expand that when they start. So it's a lot better than watching somebody talk about back and all this other stuff that's a 1970 film, okay? So we want to make sure we're cataloging all that. All right, go ahead and play the video, and then Bob, make sure no one leaves after the videos, okay?